When first beginning to shoot film, it's easy to create bad habits that quickly become concrete and difficult to change as you shoot more and more. From basic camera mechanics errors to more headsy, thought-provoking things, there are a handful of issues that I still run into today and certainly did when I was first beginning out. First is not shooting enough or literally any black and white film. I myself am definitely guilty of this, but it seems that many photographers tend to omit shooting black and white, opting for more colorful, vibrant images. The truth of the matter is, by learning to shoot black and white, you will learn your camera, the way light reacts with film, and composition much faster than spamming color film into your camera over and over. Additionally, I think you'll find a new level of respect for black and white when you get your images back. There is a sense of timelessness that comes through in black and white images that can only be felt with great color images. Second is not revisiting old work or critiquing yourself on old work. When shooting photos, it's easy to run on to the next subject and continue trying to further your skills. However, I think by slowing down and revisiting old photos, there is an insurmountable amount of knowledge to be gained when looking at what you could have done better and lessons to learn for your future endeavors. I think this is especially important if you don't have any friends or community to be able to critique your photos and ultimately grow yourself. So definitely give yourself some time, go back and look at some of those old files and negatives you have. Third is not finishing a roll on location and then ripping some random shots at the end of the roll just to finish it. Again, another one I'm definitely guilty of and hopefully will be shamed by this video to truly implore my own advice and kick this bad habit in the ass. Too many times I leave 5 to 6 shots left in my roll thinking I'll finish them another time or on another adventure. A week will go by then, and I want to start the process of developing and scanning the photos, but the past Keaton has gate-kept the film by not just finishing the day of the shoot. I then go to take filler shots to finish up the roll and feel justified that I don't waste frames, despite taking the most low-effort shots in the end. Now, I've heard from other people that there is this supposed end of roll magic that many people experience, where they capture their best frame on the roll the next day on their way to the camera shop to turn in the roll. But for me, it's always been few and far between. Next, which is a great segue from the last, is not taking enough photos of a great moment. I think this one and the last one kind of go hand in hand. When you aim up a good composition or a nice scene, take a variety of different cracks at it. From different angles to different apertures, etc., making sure you're getting, quote, the shot when you're at a really unique and appealing location is crucial. This is especially important when shooting during golden hour and the light is changing quickly. In an instant, the lighting and shot could dissipate as quickly as it appeared as the sun sets. I've had many of these shots ruined by a bug in the frame or something silly happens and I didn't have enough coverage or backup shots that I took, so that moment is kind of lost in time, which is sad. And last up, which is definitely kind of the nature of a lot of the YouTube film photography and film photography videos we consume, is chasing the dragon for the next greatest or best camera that's going to make your work that much better. Now, this isn't exclusive to film photography, but I think it is pertinent to this subculture as a whole and photography as a whole, the feeling of needing to constantly upgrade your camera. I know in many people's minds, leveling up their camera equals leveling up their photography skills, but I don't necessarily think that this is the case. If you're not using equipment that works in tandem with you, leaning into both your strengths, upgrading can be kind of pointless. For example, if you're shooting travel photos for Instagram mostly, and you see tons of great photos taken on the Mamiya 7, just because you see great photos doesn't mean you need it. In fact, if you're not making photos to get blown up online or for walls eventually, the Mamiya 7 is probably overkill, despite your favorite influencers donning the legendary camera. I think this notion is holding back a lot of photographers, thinking that you need the latest hype cameras to make good photos. Look at the craze with the Fuji X100V. Everyone clamoring for that camera, when the camera they have is probably just as good. That being said, Fuji, if you want to slide a X100V over, I would not complain. Instead, cutting your teeth on the camera you know best and investing in trips to create more work is much more worthwhile than hoarding gear, as you can really only shoot one camera at a time. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below, what habits do you have that are poor habits or bad habits? I know when I was making this list, I definitely kind of scoffed at how I still do some of these despite shooting film for basically the last 5 years. I'm curious to know what trips you guys up either now or when you were starting out, as I think with film photography there are so many intricate nuances to it that there are a variety of different things that can be intimidating or confusing. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I upload weekly film photography videos Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So until the next one, stay tuned, stay safe, stay shooting. Adios and peace out.